Mikey, how was your weekend?
I don't know. Um, what
He
did
doesn't remember.
oh yeah, I was at the beach. I had to take a moment.
It's
I was at
like,
the beach. It was fun. Yeah. I didn't really, just beach stuff with family and friends, and I got very brown. I'm a nice
Mm.
Rihanna caramel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you
Well,
could say I'm a Dr. Pepper creamy coconut, which is the drink I'm having right now.
oh, did
hence
you
the chairs
find
behind
your
you.
No, Lance, the cherry's behind me because of the movie you just made me watch.
Oh yeah, there
Duh.
it is. Those chairs have been plucked though.
Ew. Anyways, if you're just
Ah,
listening,
This is Jenna Kanell from Terrifier, Faceless After Dark, and Renfield, and you are listening to Slashers Podcast. Slut.
and not watching, I have cherries in my background because it's a hint of what Lance made me watch against my will.
Against your will.
Ugh. I'm
Nice.
also peeling some of my back itches and I'm scratching it. Okay.
oh. Well, Mikey, you need to make sure you put your sunblock on. You can still get
I did put
tan.
my sunblock on
Sunblock. Well, you need to reapply. Hmm.
every 2 hours, but I did
Hmm.
not.
I know.
Mm.
But wherever you were looked very pretty. So thank you for sharing.
South Padre Island, Texas, my favorite place to beach in Texas.
Hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. What about your weekends?
I went to Tampa to visit my girlfriend Larissa. So we
Mm.
were out at the pool and we went to dinner. And then we went back and played Super Mario Brothers and Mortal Kombat on her
Mm.
on her Super Nintendo.
Oh wow. Not
I
even the new
know.
Mortal Kombats.
Hmm?
Not even the new Mortal Kombats.
No, no, no. This was Mortal Kombat. I forget which one it is, but I don't know. I don't know.
yeah. I think they're like on 11 or 12 now.
I think it was the second one.
I think they're on 11 because there was Mortal Kombat X, which was 10. And then instead of 11, I think it's called Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, true.
Mm.
But Lance, I have a question. Is
Hmm.
caffeine's back?
Back. We had our last show initially back in the day, but unfortunately, Andy is still up north with his wife, and he can't come back. So we're just doing a thing. That's why we're calling ourselves Caffeine-ish because
Hmm.
there's only three of us out of the four of us.
Well, you
So
should have consulted me because I would have recommended the name Half Calf. But whatever.
we did
Um,
have that as one of the things, and we did try to do that. I don't know who just ended up going with the caffeine-ish part
oh,
because it was half calf initially.
Hmm, I
well,
It's funny
wonder.
you said that.
you almost had greatness.
Yeah,
Also,
I know.
audience members, if you don't know, I thought about this earlier today. So Lance is a part of different bands. Caffeine's is one of them. That's why we're talking about it. But if you don't know, Lance's band Rushmore is the band that sings our outro songs. So if you happen to like those little ditties and you want to listen to those ditties, it's in the show notes. But let's be honest, no one reads show notes. I don't. So check out the show notes. They're called Rushmore for that band. But Caffeines are another band. Um, and those are the only two bands that he's a part of. But today, Lance is going to bring you a very wonderful episode. Lance, take it away, sugar tits.
What's up, slashers? This month, actually, the whole summer, I guess, is really we're just kind of going with slashers, slasher summer, right? Is that correct? Did
Well,
I?
not specifically slashers, but by slasher summer, we mean they're just movies that we're picking ourselves because we are the
Yes.
slashers.
And I think at one point in the next couple of months, we are going to talk to our Patreon members to ask them for their advice on some movies that we should check out.
Hmm.
And that's
We're gonna get Patreon picks also.
nice. I'm excited about that. Usually we get some really nice ones, I think. And we usually have a really good discussion on some of those. So I'm kind of excited about that. Um, did you guys have anything new or going on that you guys are excited about? Anything that you got to see? What's going on in your lives, folks?
Well, I haven't really seen much because, as you know, I was at the beach this past week. But I will say, at the beach, I caught up on Widow's Bay. And I know I've been harping on this whole Widow's Bay thing and telling everybody to watch it. But this last episode I think 8, was just pure slasher brilliance. It
Ooh,
involved a lore involving a killer that connects one of the characters to her past. And again, funny, they're funny, but it was so good and suspenseful considering this show's like 45 minutes long. Like it was giving me old school Halloween vibes. Like just again, watch
Nice.
these episodes. It's not all about a serial killer. It's just this last episode had to do with that. So watch it. It was great. If you feel like you want a little bit of a slasher aesthetic, but you don't want to go looking through all these old movies, just watch episode 8 of Widow's Bay.
Did you
hmm.
end up going to see Backroom?
Yes, I don't know if I've
Huh.
talked to y'all since then.
No.
I did see Backrooms.
Nice. Well, we'll save it for later, I guess. If that's kind of the vibe you're kind of giving off right there.
Um, it's not a bad vibe, but we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Eight. What about you?
Nothing much this weekend. Nothing new really. I think that oh, I've been trying to get a hold of there's a movie on Screambox that I mentioned before, and now I can't remember the name of it. Let me
The one you
I,
sent us,
I don't remember. Let me see.
the guy was like, "This is the most fever dream demonic movie I've
Oh
seen
yeah,
on
the
Screenbox."
guy, our poor man's Lance over here. What the hell was named that damn movie? But anyways, I really want to see it, and I don't have Screenbox unfortunately because I just don't want to pay for something I have to watch ads on, even though I pay for it. So,
I have Screenbox.
So do I,
hmm,
but they're not like
And
our friendly
they're
neighborhood
yeah.
Shutter.
yeah, no, they are very strict about password sharing because I tried giving Lance my credentials and it was like you can only have one open at a time in general. So it would kick him off, kick me off. The movie is called I Don't Like It Here.
Okay. So, anyways, I've
Nice.
been wanting to see that. So, if anybody out there, any of our listeners have seen it already, let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Nice. Nice. I ran into a couple of things recently. So I was talking to our favorite Mr. Magnus, and he brought up something to me that I watched it back in the day and I was really shocked and I was like, oh man, I cannot believe I missed that. But HBO, The Hitchhiker, which basically was like at the same time frame or maybe before Tales from the Crypt, when they were doing stuff. I mean, it has like I think 6 seasons of this thing, but it's basically the same kind of storytelling thing, but it kind of goes along with like, a guy that's on the road. And it's, you see him in the beginning of the episode where he's like, hitchhiking. Somebody picks him up, and then the story goes along, and then you get like a story just like as Until the Crypt. And I was like, man, I totally forgot. And they had a whole bunch of people in it. I think Adrienne Barbeau is in it as well. A couple other like main like really good famous stars like that. Kind of like
Mhm.
another like Twilight Zone kind of feel. Like I said, Tales of the Crypt. So everybody who was popular at that time took advantage of it, and it was really popular at one point. But I totally forgot about it, and I found it somewhere where I could stream it. Not at the normal regular places, but I still
What
want to
era
see
was
it.
this?
The
What
Hitchhiker, I think it
decade?
was, huh?
1983.
Oh
Yeah.
damn. Yeah,
We were
I was
not
not yet
alive.
a gleam in my father's eyes.
But yeah, so like, but I appreciate him bringing that up. That's a really cool grab there with like some of the older horror television series and stuff like that. And I was really excited about that. So like, I was like, oh man. So like, kind of doing that. And then I think the only other thing that I had that I was kind of like really excited about was I saw this thing. Somebody sent me a little blip, and it had Fiona from it. Fiona
Okay.
Dwarf or
Oh,
Dwarf. Right? I don't say her
Doris.
last name correctly.
Doris.
Dorif.
Dorf. Yeah, and I guess she was in the series. I couldn't tell because like it seemed like it was about her, and she kind of seems like a really like
Was it
interesting.
Chucky?
No, 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 no. It was. Hold on. Let's see. I gotta look it up real quick because um was it Dirk Gately and Holistic Detective Agency? It had a who did I have it in? It has decent crowd. It's only one season, and
I've never heard of that show.
What are the
Elijah Wood
thoughts?
was in it. Let's see.
What era was this show?
Yeah, like it was
My
like
question of the day.
He needs to make his font bigger. Hang
2016.
on.
2016. Okay.
Yeah. But she was in it, and she like plays this kind of crazy character, and it was really cool. And I was like, oh man! So I was really interested in seeing it. I don't know if it's a horror thing, but she like I don't know. She's can't be killed, I guess. So like when somebody's trying to murder her, but she's like murdering a whole bunch of other people, like in the
Who is
process.
this?
Fiona
Fiona.
Dora.
Oh, Fiona
Yeah,
Dorff. Okay.
yeah. But again, it's called Dirk Gantley.
Oh my God. Let me just look it up.
Sounds made up.
I thought so too when I saw it. But like, I was trying to figure it out because I recognized it was her when I saw this little clip, and I was like, oh man, this is kind of cool. But yeah,
Dirk Gently's.
Gently's.
Is that
Yeah,
a name?
Mhm.
Is that a person's name?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's called Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. It was on for 2 seasons in 2016. It starred Fiona Dorff. Now I can't talk. Elijah Wood. Dustin Milligan's in it. Oh, I love him. Okay, well, there you go. Supernatural comedy mystery series from BBC America and Netflix.
Nice.
So 10
I
years
don't know why
ago.
you reminded me of that show. Was it called not Ghosted? It was like had that like cute. I think it was on Comedy Central. It was like the cute chunky guy with the beard, and he had like this pet ghost that followed him around. Was it called Ghosted?
That sounds like it'd be a good name for it, though, from what you
I don't know, but it
said.
was really cute, and I don't know why your ramblings just made me think of that show, and I miss it. Maybe it was on
Well,
HBO. But anyways,
yeah, but I mean,
Mm.
that was kind of like pretty much what I had was as in something new to like I discovered something again, and like I said, Magnus brought up the Hitchhiker guide, not guide, but Hitchhiker TV series from HBO back in the day. So I was like, oh man, that's really cool. You know, it just I don't think a lot of horror shows get a lot of love. I mean, I think even like I can't remember the name of it, but it was like not Blood Diner, obviously, but it was like a diner type deal where it actually had Robert Englund in it beforehand, and like it was this interesting diner, and people would travel there and whatnot. So there's other lots of really cool TV series that I kind of think that we don't get to talk about a lot, and a lot of stuff that still has to do with horror or ghost or whatever. But
oh,
that being said, is there anything else that either
Well,
one of you want to talk
yes.
about? Oh,
the show you're referring to is Nightmare Cafe, everyone.
yes.
Oh.
From 1992. It was only one season. Sorry,
Well,
Michael.
I the show I was referring to was not
Ghosted.
Ghosted because apparently that was another show. It was called Deadbeat, and it had one of the guys from Tucker and Dale versus Evil, one of the main guys. Um, and it was really cute. Apparently, there's a second season. I never saw it, and it brought in Cal Penn.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay,
yeah,
because
Oh,
I
if it was the
found
bigger,
Ghosted and I was like, this can't be the Craig Robinson Adam Scott
yeah,
show.
no, I saw Adam Scott and Ghosted. I was like, no, that's not the right one. I don't know what that is. Um, but yeah, so here we are again talking about horror series. Bring them back. Don't.
yeah.
I can't keep up.
Mm.
I regret saying that.
Like he's like, no, not that at all, please.
Yeah,
Yeah, but anything else going on? Nothing else. I guess we can get
no.
right.
Oh, I actually, we haven't done a trailer park review in a while, and probably should because this is the first time I've seen Zach Krieger's Resident Evil trailer, and
Oh,
that
Oh,
wow.
shit looks so good.
yeah.
Hmm.
So scary, so good. And I thought Maika Monroe was in it, but apparently she was in a Resident Evil short.
Oh,
Okay, because I was gonna say, I mean, I didn't think that would be the movie because the whole thing happened and she died. So
Yes, yeah, I didn't watch that. Where did you see that at? Was that
spoiler.
online?
Yeah, you
Oh,
never saw
well.
that?
No, I saw an article that's like Maika Monroe joins the Resident Evil franchise.
I thought you sent us the
I
clip.
probably did.
So you didn't watch it?
I thought it was a commercial. I said I watch it later.
That was the whole damn thing. Oh my
Oh,
God.
my bad.
Anyways, watch it. It's pretty good. It's short and
I
sweet,
think
everybody.
sometimes I feel like me, Aiden, and Mikey get in a battle to get one of us the like trailer or something first. So we just shoot it to each other, even though we probably haven't had a chance to watch it ourselves.
I
Mm.
don't know what Lance was talking about. He's the one that always said, look at this great trailer I just found. It's like I sent that yesterday.
Yeah, because
One time,
Lance
maybe
doesn't
twice.
look at what I send, so that's
Well, that's
why.
Yeah.
not true. I mean, maybe
Because
a little bit.
yes, it is. But no, and speaking of trailers, the new Evil Dead Evil Dead
Based.
Burn
Oh,
trailer. Yeah, that one. It looks really good. I'm actually very excited about this one. So they better not fuck it up. Anyways, if you haven't seen it, everybody, it's another teaser trailer, and it's a lot. It has. It's not as like teaser-ish as the other ones, so you can kind of figure out what's happening. So, anyways, give it a watch. It looked pretty good. Like I love the fact that they're doing the point of view from like the ceiling, so we're looking down at the
mm,
characters. Like it kind of reminds me of like a Hitchcock film
yeah.
in that way. So I think it's and I think it's really cool to kind of see them struggling like that too, because it's just another angle. And it also reminds me of the end of Bride of Chucky when Chucky and Tiffany are fighting and they can only show them from that angle because it's the little
They're
people.
little.
So small.
Well, it also those angles remind me of the original, like when Ash starts going mad in the cabin, and you get all those weird angles of like the deer head and like the clock and stuff.
Mm,
So
true.
maybe it's a homage.
Well, they better not fuck it up. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on, Lance.
Well, that brings us to the movie we're going to talk about today, which is going to be Cherry Falls.
Mm.
Um, so this movie had a little issues becoming a movie or even being in theaters, and weirdly became one of the most expensive TV movies to actually ever be made for like $14 million. I don't know, like it's kind of crazy how this like a certain time frame, because I mean like, this is like in was it 2000?
1999.
99.
Oh, okay, because it was giving 2000 or 99, and I didn't know which one. Like maybe it came out at one point, but then didn't come out, kind of deal.
Well, it premiered in France in 99 and then it premiered in the US in 2000. But it is a 99 film. They do feature it on the 95 to 99 part of In Search of Darkness. So they do mention this movie.
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, and I like it because it says cult classic, but then it says horror comedy, which like how you feel a movie's got comedy in it because it feels like it's trying to. I feel like this one is one of those ones where it's like it's been so long that it's just funny because it's just slightly cringy to most parts of the movie. I mean, what did you guys think? I mean, in that when they said comedy, like, did you feel like it was a comedy, or is it just like it because it's so old now, like it just
This
comes
is
off
my
that way?
biggest annoyance of the movie is that everyone keeps saying, and even reading about the history of why, they keep saying this was supposed to be a satire. I was like, it is not a satire. There is nothing being satirized in this film because it's just a complete narrative. I feel like you say something's being satire when it's not working and the audience doesn't like it. Like, oh, you just don't get it because it's satire, which
Right.
brings in the comedy aspect. So originally, I don't know exactly, but just researching the background because I saw this movie when I was a kid. This is my third time ish watching it because I loved it when I was a kid.
Mm.
Um, Doing some research behind it kind of made me not like it because I was like, just own the movie the way it is.
Yes.
Um, we have it written as a comedy. Apparently, it was supposed to try to satire, but it's like, okay, Scream is a satire because Scream is literally telling you as an audience member, oh, don't say be right back because we're in a horror movie. Be right back. Like that's satire. They do nothing of the sort in this film. Um, I feel like it was written as a, well, I didn't feel like it. I've read that it was written as a comedy. They got a director who wanted to make it more horror. And so he started, this director just seemed like he just wanted to fuck everything up in a good way. Because I like the director's view, because the director wanted to make it more horror. The director also wanted to make it a lot more sexual than it was supposed to be, and he
Mm.
did. And unfortunately, just like with Scream 3, this came out when MPAA was really harping on violence in video games and movies. So it actually kept getting NC-17 ratings. And they were like, "Ugh, fuck, we can't show this." So they had to keep cutting stuff. But I don't think it was funny. And that's not a dig to the movie. It's just I don't feel like it was trying to be funny. It
Right.
may have been written to be funny, but the director, whoever was in charge, was like, "We're not going to do that. This isn't Scream," um, even though it very
Oh yeah.
obviously
Oh
wants to be
yeah.
Scream.
Well,
Like
yeah,
it,
because Scream kicked off like that time, the teen slasher, film came back, became popular again because of Scream. And then after that, we have I Know What You Did Last Summer
Yeah,
and all of these, like, even Gossip would probably fall in that category because it's like all these young people on the cover and like something sinister happens, right?
Yeah.
And of course, Columbine fucked everything up at this time because of the, obviously violence against kids. But I don't even, and the shitty part about it is I'm not shocked at all that they probably focused more on like the violence versus the sexual assault, the ongoing assault in this movie and the topic around it. Because honestly, I don't think that it was, I know that some of the nudity was obviously cut because of the MPAA, but
Hmm.
I doubt highly in 99 and 2000 that their biggest worry about that was showing all of this assault. That's just my opinion.
I mean, it did end up with a rated R rating in the end run, like after everything was said and done, and it didn't have a theatrical U.S. At all. Like it wasn't in
Yeah.
theaters at all here. It was only lit out another where in Europe, and like A was saying. So like, I mean, that's kind of crazy, especially for something they put in $14 million into. That just blows my mind in general. Like to waste, because you're not getting that money back. I mean,
Right.
there's just no way. Like,
I don't know
Well,
how TV movies work, like with commercials and everything, but
like advertisement maybe, but
maybe viewership numbers, I don't know. But
the
yeah.
did you read why it didn't have a theatrical release? I'll say it for you.
Yeah, go
So
for it.
I was gonna give you the floor to do it because since we're
Yeah,
on the topic.
yeah, yeah.
Um, okay, so the production company changed, not changed, but well, yeah, they did change. They renamed, and because all the stuff was going on with this violence and MPAA stuff, they changed to USA Films, I think. And with how the schedule was working, this was going to be the first thing to be released by them. And they were like, we don't want the first thing we release to be something so scrutinized by the MPAA, so violent with all this stuff going on in the news. Because this is when the Senate was actually talking, which is so weird because I was watching something that was going over like they're actually showing clips of it was the history of Mortal Kombat. We were just talking about
Mm.
that. The history of Mortal Kombat by actually one of the YouTube channels that you recommended to me, Lance. I forgot their name, but because we just watched the movie and I was watching it, and they were showing clips of the Senate actually having these discussions of why these movies or why these video games are too violent, which bleeds into movies. So USA Films did not want their first theatrical release to be this because it's going to set a bad taste in people's mouth for them. So they just shoot it over to a TV movie.
Oh wow, yeah. See, like, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like if you really think about it, like the idea of, I mean, let me see what you guys think about this. I know we were talking about how like they try to say the satire of it and whatnot, and like you're saying, they just seem like they're just trying to avoid something else by
Yeah.
saying that. But like, if you really think about it, like the idea that like a killer is actually after virgins, you know what I mean? Like that to me is like it's one of horror's like 101, like class, it's like, oh, only the people who haven't had sex die, you know what I mean? And to literally put that forefront into the idea of the movie, you know what I mean? I thought that was actually kind of cool. Like, I mean, if, in general, I wish it wasn't as like they try to make it kind of campy, but like, what did you guys think of that idea as being the main set of the killer's agenda?
You can go first, Dave. I've been talking a lot.
Okay, so obviously, I think that the satire, they're trying to say that the satire is that they're going the opposite of what the normal trope is, right? Where if you have sex in a film, you're going to die. Um, it, I think I don't know. I think it's a big stretch to have a movie based on this because there's a lot of the script just wasn't like I didn't buy any of it. I really didn't buy any of it, and I didn't think it was funny either. But whatever. Did I think that it was I think it's an interesting premise. I just think they went about it the wrong way.
Right, so, but you thought the idea of it would have been cool. It just them actually pulling it off didn't go well.
Execution wasn't execution.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Mike, I mean, what's your thoughts?
Um, it's an interesting concept because it is, and I don't think any other film has really done it. Like, oh, instead of killing the sluts, we're gonna kill the virgins. Um,
I mean, I thought it
it's
was kind of funny and good. Like,
yeah. I mean, I don't find the comedy in it because I don't think people dying is funny. But
right. Yeah, no,
uh,
of course not.
Ah.
No, not on this fucking podcast.
it's a unique
Awesome.
switcheroo that when you think of what's the opposite or any movie of, killing virgins, it's the only one that I can think of. Um, but I do agree with Aid that it wasn't really pulled off well. The killer is just, well, we'll get into that later on.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I feel like this whole premise is a vehicle for the end scene of the orgy. Which also I feel, and maybe it's because there was a lot of things going against this movie. One of them being they were severely over budget and over time. So a lot of these things were done in one take.
Yeah.
And so, to me, it's like you're building up to this orgy scene, which, mind you, I don't care that we don't see much graphic details with the high school students, but because what happens in the climax, I expected more of that, which, I'm not really helping the case of like violence is more acceptable than sex, but you know, um, so yeah.
Well, and also too, it brings up a lot of like kind of Oedipal themes, right? Because there's like a sexual tension between her and her father, which
Oh, it's so
I
gross.
I noticed that when I was a kid, and that's
Hmm.
when I was a kid. This is why I didn't like that movie because that's what I understood, right? Like I got that, but um, yeah,
I noticed it too, and it's definitely a different vibe when I'm watching it as a kid and I'm like, whatever. But I still noticed it. But also now as an adult and a father, I'm like, this is weird. Even the way Brittany Murphy refers to him as daddy, which people, still call their,
Yeah.
dad's daddy, even as adults. But I feel like she just put a little bit too much Britney baby voice on it. And I was like, it's very strange the way she's calling him daddy. And it's not just like, hey, daddy. It's like, like when he comes into her room to ask her how far
Yeah.
she's gone. I
I
didn't
think
really like that.
I think that was supposed to try. I mean, and maybe they were trying to foreshadow the idea that she has a dad thing. Hence why later on when you do see the teacher and uh she kind of like is hitting on him, and at one point even the boyfriend or the in and out boyfriend that she has technically goes, oh, I see you've been interested in Mr. What is his name?
Mr. J. Moore.
Yeah, Jay Moore.
Millington or whatever. He had a weird last name.
Yeah. So like,
Did you recognize the boyfriend? I recognized him from, what movie was it?
he's in like the Born Identity, I think.
Um, well, besides that, did y'all clock DJ Qualls?
Yeah,
oh yeah, that's
there's
actually
a
his
lot
first
of
film, by the way. Is Cherry Falls is his first film.
I don't know about that, but
Well, I don't
You
even
know
know
what?
he
You
was
go ahead and look it
credited.
up there.
well, so Jesse Bradford obviously is in the beginning, and I love how they like put him front and center, like he's like the main
Ugh,
character, but he dies at the beginning.
I couldn't stand the way that they were
Spoiler.
kissing.
Oh my God, it was so gross.
I was like, because
It,
it was too much audio effects with these smacks.
I
I
know
mean,
it
he
was just like, why is he kissing her like that? And this is my thing too, because you could, I feel like that was maybe it was intentional for all of these things just to be, because even when the mom goes to hug her, she kisses her on the mouth. Do you remember
Oh
that part?
yeah,
Like, what is happening
I
in
yeah,
feel
this
like this
yeah,
movie
fucking
was made by a
movie?
pervert.
yeah. Well, there
And
is
then
the toast situation later on at some
yeah,
point.
the
So
toe, and I remember that vividly from when I was a kid. And so and then of course there's just so many, just way too many things going on. And I don't know if the writer of the film is the writer is Ken Selden, and he like I watched an interview with him talking about the end scene because he wanted the ending to be something completely different. And Lance, you can talk about that later, whatever afterwards. But
yeah,
he just I don't know if he is gay, but I just felt like there was just something effeminate about him. And so I'm wondering like if the killer dressed in drag, which you can tell is a guy in drag, like
Yeah,
am I the only person who could see this? Like they're like
yeah.
she like did you see the size of those boots? Come on now.
Those kitten heels, please.
I know, and the kitten heel, Jesus.
but
And the bad
I mean,
wig. Well, Brittany Murphy had a bad wig too. And I was like, God damn, like I'm watching the beginning
uh,
of the movie.
Well, I don't know if maybe because I feel like towards the end it looked like her natural hair, but in the beginning, I'm like, what is this broom you have on your head?
And that's what they may I know they probably reshot that scene and then they had to
Yeah.
stick a bad wig on her because there's sometimes her hair looks like a wig and sometimes it doesn't. But and obviously this is Brittany Murphy a few years after Clueless. So this is when Brittany Murphy starts to get like
Alternative.
Brit yeah, Brittany Murphy as we know her now because in Clueless she's like I never like I don't think she's chubby or anything, but you can see the huge difference between how she looked from then until oh, at least until this movie, like how skinny she is, right? So she's already starting
Hmm.
to look emaciated, and which was early 2000s, so we can't blame her for that. And yeah, just her. I actually I know that she had auditioned to be Sydney Prescott in Scream, and I guess
Mm.
had to settle on this shit. I
I so do you think she would have done a good job?
As
as Sydney.
Sydney?
Yeah.
Maybe.
She would have been a okay Tatum. No, just to Rose McGowan, she owns that role, but I do not see her as Sydney. And could you imagine if they still made him, if well, she's dead now, but her having
R.I.P.
to reprise her role in the later ones.
Oh
Like
no.
I
Yeah.
just yeah, with I was about 12 when I saw this, and if I would have seen it like a Saturday night, I forgot what station used to play scary movies Saturday nights. I probably would have liked it. I don't want to watch it again, but I'm interested to see what was cut out of the TV version because a lot of it's nasty. Not, and I don't mean gory, and it's just there's a icky feeling to it all. It feels like Scream in New England, which I believe it takes place in Virginia. I don't know if that's New
It's in
England, but
Virginia, yeah.
yeah, but
Mm.
in New
Jefferson
England
High.
it has a very New England vibe, which I like, the actual waterfalls, the trees. What I do like about the movie is the aesthetic, the look. The kids seem like kids, the high school seems like in high school. Um, but everything else is just
Ugh. Yeah. I did
the
like
When
her
you
killer's
guys were
friend
look,
though.
first of all, is unforgivable.
when you guys were kids, like what was your impression of this? I mean, you said you guys both saw it pretty young as 12-year-olds. So I mean, did you feel like you could tell the difference between something like this and something like Scream? I mean, like, is you because I mean, again, at this time, horror in general is like impressionable on both of you. You know what I mean? Did it seem like? Because to me, it just seemed like, oh, it's another slasher. Whatever. They're trying to do some sex scenes, but obviously they got to edit it out. I mean, some of the murder scenes would have probably been really cool to watch if they actually hadn't cut away. Like half the time, like pretty much all the times they cut away, except the one act scene. It was like they made a deal with whatever you know people
Yeah.
were trying to make sure they would get a NC-17, and it was like that was the one they were like, all right, we'll give you that one because it is a horror movie.
Well,
You know,
they
They
had
cut
to have filmed
away.
some stuff without thinking about being a television movie because I'm assuming we all saw the unrated or the rated one, but there's like boobs, like when they're showing the dead girl's body, she's naked,
yeah.
Yeah.
which they wouldn't have showed that on TV. So they shot some stuff they knew wasn't going to fly on TV. So I don't know. But as a kid, I remember I liked everything, but I remember as a kid, I didn't really care for the killer or the reveal. I was like, that's kind of stupid. Um, Also, fun fact, I went to high school with Jay Moore's niece.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Um, no, I didn't like it. I remember I didn't like it, and there's a lot of reasons I didn't like it, and that the weird relationship she had with her dad, I thought was off, and the toe thing bothered me.
Yeah,
Those
and
were the things.
they don't pay off either.
No,
Like,
nothing pays off.
I mean, with the dad thing, I guess he dies, so maybe that can't pay off. But also, like with the toe thing, like it. Are we trying to say she has like some repressed, like extreme sexual fantasies that she's not? Because we have no hints whatsoever in her character that she's into stuff like that until she just let's go. Why did the mom's kiss feel like that? I feel like this is a movie where like the I'm not saying anything. I'm not accusing anybody, but if something was to come to light later on in life with someone who had a creative thumbprint in this film, you're like, oh, there were signs.
Right. Well, then that's what I'm saying because it's just it's so like it's so cringy, the whole movie. And it if it was intentional, I mean, I feel like it was, but I feel like it could have been intentional, but also too, they would have gotten away with that back then, and they did, obviously. They put it on TV.
Yeah.
You would never make that movie now. Like that movie would be like a Lifetime original. Like that's when you would see that kind of movie. Like you would never see something like this now because,
Yeah.
especially when it comes with assault, like unless it's a rape revenge movie, which I don't want to get into that. But again, yeah, to your point, Mikey, like Brittany Murphy's character, that she's like this sweet little nice daddy's girl the whole movie, and are we to believe that? And she literally almost died in the school. She found her friend's dead body, and instead of being traumatized or anything, she's like, "Oh, let me go to school with my girlfriend
Yeah.
I'm
and go
that
fuck my
scene where she's like
boyfriend."
famous, like where she's walking through the hallways, and it seems like everybody's like, "Oh yeah, you survived." Da da da
Oh, yeah.
da. Like,
I mean, all I could think of was okay, Scream. But actually, I do have something positive to say because you did ask how I felt about this as a child. I think this was the first horror movie I saw with a gay character.
yeah,
He didn't last very
yeah.
long, but uh,
And it's interesting because he also plays a very similar character in Drive Me Crazy.
Yeah.
mm,
And I don't know if he might be gay in real life. I don't know because he was also in Mikey. You like this one, the 3D Chainsaw Massacre.
oh, he was in that one.
Yeah, he was. But he played a straight character.
Oh,
They brought him
gross.
along to hook up with what's her name, but she was sleeping with Ray J or whatever, whoever behind the girl's back. Was it Ray J? Who
No, it's
was
Trey
in that?
Songs.
Oh,
Jesus.
Trey Songz. I'm sorry. I'm
Much
like, I
hotter
know
than Ray
somebody was
J.
fucking. I was, because I always think of Ray J because of the.
Kim
Anyway,
Kardashian tape.
yeah.
That's Brandon's
Yeah.
brother.
God.
Somebody was fucking. I don't know. Anyway.
Uh, so I
um,
mean, the basis around this whole story is basically what it breaks down to. This, so just in case you haven't seen this, is probably the spoilers of this movie. Basically, you find out there's a girl who was raped earlier on in like 20 years or something like that beforehand. You find out there was 4 people that were involved, and out of the 4, the principal of the school and dear old dad slash the sheriff of the town.
yeah.
But you don't really understand that until like late into the movie. There's a
Because that's
lot
supposed
of
to
virgins.
be the the twist,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
The main premise is that a serial killer is coming after virgins in the town, and Michael
Yeah.
Biehn is trying to stop them by
Yeah.
That's the
by
reveal.
by teaching his daughter and fondling her while he's teaching her how to fight. What is going on in this movie? And then when he lands
Yeah.
on her
Mm.
and they're looking at each other like,
You
It
know what I
seemed
did
what are
think
we
was
fine
kind of
until
doing?
funny?
that. It
What
seemed fine until that moment. Like it was like, oh, dad's trying to like teach his daughter self-defense. He's the sheriff of the town. Whatever.
Yeah.
When it flipped over and there was that moment, I think anybody who's watching the part goes like, "It's what is
Yeah.
that?"
It was so weird because you have to shoot that intentionally. It's not like it
Yeah.
accidentally like, oops. Um, but what was the victim's name? Because I kept thinking of Dory P. Wallaby Sydney or whatever. What was it? Laura?
Which one? Oh, Laura Lee. Laura, it was like some redneck name too. I'm like, why are we
Like
making her out to be like some,
it
you
was like
know,
Well, what's the body count on this? It was the 2 kids in the beginning in the car, right?
I mean,
Making
we don't know
out.
who died in the
Laura
orgy.
Laura Lee Sherman is the
Yeah,
girl
I
who
kept thinking
had the
of
train
Finding
ran on
Nemo. B. Wallaby
Lord.
Sherman.
Oh my god. Then there's the quote unquote I didn't give him a head girl from lunch. Randomly they throw that girl there, then she gets killed at her house
Yeah.
where the parents come in there and she's hung like a I guess
Like
a,
Drew Barrymore and Scream. Yeah.
yeah,
that was
exactly.
a cool scene. I did like that scene because like it was scary because I mean I was left home alone a lot
Yeah.
back then, right? And
Uh
like she's by herself, but she had the thing on the door, so I mean she did everything. She shouldn't have opened the door, but
when she said slide it through the thing, I'm like, you open the door. What are you talking about sliding? You're literally getting handed a note now.
Well, she had the lock, the
she had
deadbolt.
the deadbolt,
Is that what
yeah,
it
the
was?
chain,
Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't
yeah.
catch that.
Um, But I,
But
I will
then,
say with that scene, I think this is the first time, and they've done it a couple of times now, but this is the first time I've seen them like use the door as a weapon, like when you put the head in between them and you start slamming it.
yeah.
Mhm.
Other movies have done it much more brutally, but that was the first time I saw that. I remember I was a kid and be like, me
Yeah, it is.
gusta.
It's a pretty brutal kill, like for, and I know I did notice that a lot of the kills were cut away, right? So like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you would never see anything. But that one, obviously, they didn't cut away, and I was impressed by that part because I think that was the most we got out of the movie as far as character development because and it
Mhm.
was so quick because where she gets in a fight in the cafeteria and that guy was such a fucking prick. The when
Yeah.
he was talking back to her, I was getting so mad at this movie and like none of the teachers do anything about it. Suspension, like you can't say that to somebody. Like what the fuck? Like where are
Yeah.
the adults in this movie? They're all
They're all
Early
getting
keep.
drunk.
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, okay. And then so we know that she obviously didn't, and everybody knows that she didn't, which is the shitty part, right? Because they're all talking about it at lunch. Brittany
Yeah.
Murphy and her other girlfriend, who was in Mikey's favorite uh Children of the Corn 666.
Oh, was that her? I thought she looked familiar. And
Yeah.
I thought the Mexican guy was Jay Hernandez. He was not.
No, that's not.
Nah,
That's like poor man's Jay Hernandez. Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw.
that's
Well,
funny.
I was looking at the cast and I saw everybody now, and I'm like, oh, a lot of people did not age well from this film.
Mm-mm.
Sorry. Well, I'm sorry, Brittany. Oh my God. Anyway,
Okay, well, she's dead, but
I know.
So
Rest in peace to Brittany. I mean, has anybody else gone from this movie? I think it's just her, right?
I think it
Um,
is.
but yeah, so I like and then when the parents come you see the parents throughout the scene, they cut to the parents because the parents are having a good time, they're at a dinner party, they're having
Mhm.
a couple glasses of wine, they get home and they come in. So it is very scream like, but it's the shock of it, right? Because they don't know anything's wrong until they get into the door and they're like, fuck. And then the daughter's hanging from, which I thought was such a beautiful way to hang
Yeah,
her up there.
the
So
chandelier.
they like literally all of the magic that the rest of the movie could have had is just in that part, and then you don't get it again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think the parents in that too, honestly, were like the best reaction to a kill. Like
Mhm.
for this
Yeah.
movie, that everybody else's reaction was kind of like so because then after that one
Yeah,
you
nobody
get
cared about the gay boy in the locker, right? Like no one gave a
dude,
No,
fuck
they
about
added him to
him.
the little mural
Oh,
thing
they did,
forever, whatever. And I
Jimmy.
was like,
they
oh,
did Adam.
how
You-
inclusive.
Yeah, they
he
moved
really
it. They put him in the corner, and the other two are like, yeah.
I will say, as far as acting goes, the first victim girl annoyed me because she acted terribly when she saw her boyfriend getting killed, and then you
Mhm.
can tell that they had to reshoot something because her eyes were still watery from the previous take, and it was before she saw the killer. And I was like, oh, they had to reshoot that.
dude.
She oh, and then it was weird too at that scene because it looked like he was about to kiss her, right? And that she was like gonna kiss him back at the very end of that scene.
He
And I'm like,
does. He
eh,
does
Yeah, he
in
does
the in
kiss
the
her.
in the when they show him like recapping his brain, I guess, or some part like later on.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's there's some. So I mean,
anyways,
then
leave it to Lance to make us watch
Mhm.
the R RAP movie. RAP,
hey,
Another
whatever.
one.
I
I
can't.
have never seen this movie, and I was interested in it. I don't know. I was
You
like,
should
oh
have seen
wow,
the movie he made me watch last Pride.
that was better
I
though.
know. See,
No,
and
it
I
was a
didn't
very
want.
good movie, but that one was
Yeah,
Yeah, did
messed
but
not
up.
see that one.
what did you think of the scene, like legitimately, where she's in? I assume they're in the science lab,
Yeah,
and somehow she climbs up on this like I don't know shelf or something like that,
yeah.
and she starts pulling off like a
Sydney and Scream throwing shit at the killer.
yeah, but
Yeah.
it looked funnier because it was kind of like she was on there and she was crouched down throwing it, and then she looked like just like some kind of like orangutan type of like throwing like
Wow.
glassware at it. It's fine.
I was too annoyed by the similarities of Scream. That was a decent scene, especially when she like cuts the shark down and it hits
Oh, that
Yeah.
him.
was hilarious.
That was cool. But before that, I was like, stop. Stop screaming. Not literally, but like stop making this movie scream. And maybe as a kid I didn't catch the similarities because I was just like, whatever. But as a seasoned horror fan, I was like, this
Mm,
is a blatant
Yeah.
copy of Scream.
yeah. And that's the thing. Like I didn't do enough research on it, this movie. Not that I probably couldn't find any more anyway. But like we don't know like if they went back and stuck it in just to get the movie more appeal. I don't know, because I feel like it's one thing sometimes, and then sometimes it wasn't. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Well,
they
it
had
sounds
to
like
do.
he was fought, you know what I mean, a lot on this. Like it kind of sucks to me. 14 million is a lot of money to put into something. And I can't imagine, because all these actors were young at this time, any of the ones that were decently famous, you know what I mean? I mean, the most
Well,
expensive guy that was there was probably the dad from Terminator 2. I mean, like, or not
Michael
Terminator 2, but
Biehn.
Terminator in general. But
Yeah.
like, you know, and Aliens. So like, I mean, he had to be at least what, a quarter of that, you know, at the time. It's
He
like,
wasn't even gonna do it. He didn't want to do it. And his
yeah,
agent convinced him. And I don't know why he would. And that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't have done this movie if I had read the script and saw that the dad was actually one of the rapists. And now it's all hunky dory. Everything's fine. Like, nobody addressed the fact
yeah.
that these people are freaking perverts and assaulted this woman like this.
Well,
Oh,
Like,
I know.
technically,
I
he
thought
was
the ending
drunk
was
and had no idea. Remember?
oh yeah, because and
He was
that's the
forced.
excuse we're gonna give him. So we're gonna just
Yeah.
forgive him for that, right?
Yeah.
Because he was drunk and they put him on top of her. Well, you were fucking rock hard, okay? And most guys that drunk can't get hard. So don't go there, Michael Biehn. Do not go there. I'm very
Yeah.
upset he did this movie.
Well, you know who also almost did this movie, which I wonder how it would turn out, is Joe Lynch almost directed it.
David
But
Lynch.
David Lynch, sorry. Different director. David Lynch. I
Hmm.
he may have made this movie so wackadoodle that the inconsistencies wouldn't even matter. But he was doing Mulholland Drive at the time. Um,
Mm.
I thought I was annoyed at the ending. I guess they're trying to save face when they were like, "Do you know why they would do this?" No. Do you know why they would target your father? No. Like, yeah, because my father and his friends raped her.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to save your rapist father's name. Like, the whole movie was about this guy who's killing people trying to like get revenge on his mother who was gangbanged. You could have at least been like, well, let me tell you what happened about P. Wallaby Sherman or whatever that
I mean,
whatever her name is.
Well, and that's
it,
the thing. It's just so infuriating. And then the ending, I love it. Like, oh, she hallucinates the killer there. The killer's gone. Like, it's done.
I mean, that
And
you
the
know
killer
of.
was very justified in his actions, honestly. And then they
Well, he's the
pan
son of the sheriff, supposedly. At least that's what they were trying to.
Yeah, he said we
he,
could be brother and sister or something like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think in this movie in general, like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like a lot of misses, a few hits with some of the, you know, classic things that you like about a horror movie, and especially in that time.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of the switching up to being like, I'm not going to kill the people who have sex. I'm going to kill the people who don't have sex. I think that's like interesting in its
But tell
own.
us why.
Yeah, no, 100%. There
Like,
is no real rhyme and reason for it.
he should have killed the offspring of the assaulting people.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
want to say the
but
R
does that
word too
bring
many
it
times,
to?
we'll get demonetized.
And it
Um,
just so happened it was just a coincidence that they were virgins. So you could
yeah.
still keep that premise,
Yeah,
right? But at the end of the day,
It's still kind of weak though because they're determining it based off the hymen being intact. And from my understanding, as someone
yeah,
that doesn't have a hymen, sometimes it just pops off. Everyday life
yeah.
activities.
That scene in the morgue when he's trying to explain those things, and like, I
Yeah.
mean, he didn't have sex at that point, but I can't really tell you if he's a virgin or not. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he's like,
are you?
I can tell you he didn't have sex when he was killed. He's like, but the two girls they were intact. I'm like, that's not really, I mean,
that's
it's definitely if you have one, you have one. But if you don't have one, that doesn't necessarily mean you have sex.
yeah. I mean, and they can obviously they have rape kits. They would know if they were assaulted after they died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he does assault them though. He takes their clothes off and touches them and stuff. So he's still doing something to them. Fucking disgusting. And this is when I'm like, and then dressed as a woman. And I'm like, I just don't understand. I guess he just wanted the people to think it was his mother coming back to exact revenge on
Yeah.
well, yeah,
her people.
well, because
But
I guess she beat him. Like, you never even find
Yeah.
out what happened to the mom. Like I guess that's what he says. I know the story so well, you know, because she beat me. Nothing like
I know it's
looking
so I'm
like.
not gonna tell it again.
Yeah, exactly. But like, he, like, you know what I mean? Because I mean the fact that he's beaten because of this stuff, because he looks like the assaulters, of the situation, and she had a thing for the sheriff because he was, I guess, the quarterback at the time in the high school day or whatever it was. And I don't know. I mean, we get to the end, and basically all this climax two is basically all these kids go, "Oh, the only way we can survive this serial killer is to all bang."
Have a cherry popping party.
Yeah. And I this movie was hilarious because when you don't see anybody in the party anymore, and you're thinking, "Oh man, is this really about to happen? Are they basically just doing a whole orgy?" Which originally, I guess, he really wanted to be like just straight up like some 19th century, hey, everybody's here to fuck.
Caligula.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently they to do the most decent version they could. One of the producers or somebody wanted to do it where it was just all white sheets and you could see movement under the sheets, but someone, I think the director, which I wouldn't be surprised after the decisions he's made, wanted to include more nudity, and I think they even shot some stuff because it said that it was mostly included like breasts. Um,
Yeah, it was the writer. The writer wrote it, and actually, I think his ending would have been nice because it was like the sheets moving with splatters of blood and stuff. Like,
yeah,
but yes, Mikey, you're also correct. The director did take the sheet away, and apparently they shot it with all these people naked. Like everybody was naked.
yeah.
So, well, duh, you're not going to get an R rating. Like,
Well,
what
especially
did
when you're
you
dealing with
think?
high schoolers.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when the government at the time is literally saying, "Hey, this might be a bad, thing for real high schoolers to see." You
Yeah.
know,
I feel
I
like this is someone trying to make a trauma movie glossy.
Yeah.
I
Trauma
wish it
would
was.
make this and run away with it, and we'd probably be okay with it, and maybe even laugh. But someone's trying to make like a tasteful trauma movie, and it's not going to work.
A tasteful trauma movie.
I'm sure somebody was like, "Yeah, this will be great. This is awesome."
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh,
did you I'm gonna see, like the where he's in his house in his basement, where like he
Mhm.
has the dad tied up, and she actually helps him
Yeah.
carry
What's in
the
the box?
dad.
The box.
Yeah. And then I love the fact that he goes, "Oh, what is your dad, like a liar and a cheat and a like defiler?" And she's like, "How'd you know?" His
oh
facial
my
expression was
God.
like just looking at her like, "I do know." It's like, I mean, the boyfriend coming to the house and knocking on the door
Oh,
because he has that
yeah.
realization that he doesn't want to sleep with the other girl. He only wants to sleep with Brittany
How
Murphy's
romantic.
character. Yeah. I mean, what do you think of the boyfriend in general? Like, I mean,
A waste.
Um, Visually, he was very on brand for that time.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Um,
the
that
I
hair.
hair.
remembered where I remembered where I've seen him from. He was the love interest in Josie and the Pussycats.
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
that's
Yes,
right.
he
Yeah.
yeah.
was.
So he has a very distinct look. But he was just typical stupid teenage boy. He could have lived, he could have died, I wouldn't have cared.
Well,
Yeah.
and I don't know why, because they tried to make him seem like a sleazeball, and he was, right? Because he was even hitting on the mom in the beginning of the movie. And
Yeah. And
then
she was doing it, the mom was doing it too.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, what is it? Like, it's from the get-go, this movie
It's a
just,
John Waters film.
yeah.
Did the mom seem like she had an alcohol problem or something? Because she's
No,
like
it didn't
burning
seem. She
cookies.
did.
Yeah.
She totally did hitting on this boy in front of her daughter, who's like half naked in the front seat. First of
Yeah.
all, like what is going on in this movie?
I
And
mean,
then
don't
the
forget the
dad.
kiss
Oh,
after.
and then dad is like hiding in her room.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I
Oh,
cannot.
and she's like helping the daughter. She's like, shh, like don't wake your dad because you're sneaking in. And I like, girl, whose side are you on?
I like let's say if she had her headlights on, why were the headlights on in the car? I don't even anyway.
Yeah.
So but yeah, I don't know. I would probably give this one a 1.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I,
All right.
I didn't like it back then. I don't like it now. I thought I would like it better now because I'd understand it better, but that didn't happen.
That's why you don't like it now, because you do understand it better.
Exactly.
Um, I would give this one a 2.5, which is my lowest score of that I would watch it again, only because I just like the look of it, the aesthetic, the background, the school. This is kind of when it's a little older than when I was like when this came out, I was younger than these kids. But I was still old enough to like remember that
Mm-hmm.
what everything looked like. So it's nostalgic
It's
for me, but
nostalgia, yeah.
yeah, but I wouldn't do it happily.
Lance.
You know, seeing how I had never seen it, so this is like literally my first
And,
like.
and you do this a lot. You don't watch the movies first. So you're just like, well, we'll see.
No, yeah, and I like that because I want to I want to be like more fresh to the idea of it. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to have it where it's like kind of like, okay, is this good? Is it not good? In that time frame, somehow I missed it, but it obviously makes sense why I did because I probably just saw it for what it was just like a Scream ripoff, and I just probably like, no, I'm not watching this. I'm just not gonna do it. But then like later on, I'm thinking to myself, oh, did I miss something? Maybe like I just missed it, and it seemed like that, but it wasn't like that. No, I wasn't wrong. It's absolutely what I thought it was. I think it's great that it had a lot of people in it. I feel bad for them because I'm sure they all thought this was gonna be another like hit thing maybe for the horror genre in that time frame. I do feel bad. Yeah, I give it a like. If they had gotten more of the gore instead of the like turn away stuff, you know what I mean? There's one way to do that like tastefully where like it makes sense and it makes it seem like it's way more gruesome. Because a lot of times they would move away from it and then just get splat the kids in the face with blood. So you're thinking, oh, it must have been crazy, or whatever. I think they missed out on that. The sheet thing probably sounds cooler than it would have been if they decided to do the other thing. Like, I mean, you're like, okay, what are we trying to do here? So, I mean, probably like a 2.5, maybe 3, just on the things I hoped it could be better.
I don't rate movies based off what they could have done.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah.
2.5 is fine, Lance. We'll go ahead and pretend you gave it that one.
Well,
yeah. No. I mean, again, sorry, Brittany Murphy. It's one of those things that's still a legacy for you.
Yeah, if you have a good memory of Brittany Murphy, check out her music. Faster Kill Pussycat. Is her song?
Good. Is that what her song is? I have no idea.
I mean, she did the part well. She played a weirdo, and I guess it took. So
yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a bad part for her. She played it well. It's just the movie is not. You know what? Watch it, everyone. Let us know what you thought in the comments.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, it's fun if you want to watch something that's just stupid, goofy, and honestly, like just let your brain go. This is probably a really great movie for you. You know what I mean?
Get a shower afterwards from how.
Yeah. There are definitely parts that are cringy as fuck. Like, I mean, it's just
like the whole movie is, but yeah. All right.
I apologize, but it is what it is. I've never seen it before. Sometimes you got to go through some of the shit ones to get to the good ones, and that's just how life works, folks. So, that being said, that is it for us this week. Slashers Podcast. Please exit the podcast in a calm and spooky fashion. Want to see our faces and see how Aid treats us? Watch the video cast at youtube.com/slasherspodcast. Need more horror nerd chaos in your life? Slice deeper with The Comic Shop, our monthly deep dives with Joe from Much Ado About Nerding. Join the cult at patreon.com/slasherspod for exclusive episodes, bonuses, and content, and curse perks. Rock your support at slashers.com, or what? Actually, slashers.redbubble.com, because nothing gets you laid faster than slasher swag, which I think this year we're going to try to maybe make a new shirt. I think we should try to do that. It'd be kind of good to do.
It's already June, so.
Yeah, we'll make a summertime shirt. There you go. Boom. Before we end up in Texas, maybe we'll have some stuff. We'll be over at the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house and gas station and all that for my B-day.
Don't hold your breath. Anyways, keep going.
Don't do anything. Hunt us on Instagram, SlashersPod, for our official page, and then hit us up at Mutant Goons from Beyond for the gang. So just hang out. Say hi to us. Scream at us directly. Aid at Pathologically Aid. Mikey at Southern Fried Mikey. Me, Zombie, VS Hate. Huge thanks to our Bloodbound Patreons. Like we talked before, you should be one. Come hang out with us. Josh Gunn, Dinosaurs Will Always Be Awesome, Lorraine Ellis, Kevin Leamy, Vladimir Lewis, Leslie Thurman, Cam, Gail, Press Eject, and Bruce Magnus. Thanks for listening, and remember, stay spooky. Don't die, survive.
Goodbye.